Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video we're going to be looking at this. I already tested out the Good Apple foundation. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up there for you. So this is another one of these it's gone viral foundations or skin tint, whatever it is that you want to call it. So this is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint, and I ordered mine from Boots and they sent me two. So I hope it's good. This is obviously a slightly different kettle of fish than the Good Apple foundation. This isn't full coverage. This is something that's nice and lightweight and a kind of more of a blurring than a covering foundation type thing. This is the packaging for it. I think it's really cute. I haven't tried any of the other Fenty stuff. The only thing that I have from Fenty is this, and though it is a little bit light for me, it is a really lovely formula. It's really nice. It's one of the cream bronzers. I think I've bought it a couple of shades too light, but it's that lightweight that it might be okay. I haven't tried any of the other foundations, though what I've heard about them, I don't think that I would like them anyway. So I'm gonna try this today, and I think I'm gonna use a brush and my fingertips, because I think if I use a sponge it's just going to literally disappear. Okay, so I took a phone call and now I have no idea where it was, so we're just going to get started. So my face is actually quite broken out at the moment, so I don't know if this is going to do really well, but we're going to see. I have already moisturised my face and I've used my favourite Hangover X primer from Too Faced. I just think that if your skin's kind of dehydrated, it's a really good base. So like I said, I think it's going to be too light for me. I'm going to try it with a brush and I'm going to try one side with my fingertips as well. Size them out on my hand. It does run. Okay, so I'm going to do this side with my brush and just see. If you want to know like the claims and stuff like that, I'll put them in the description box below so you can go and read them, just to kind of keep this video at a reasonable length. It's a nice consistency. It smells kind of skincare-like, I think. Not really, it's not got an offensive smell or anything like that. Okay, so that's a brush. I'm going to do my fingertips on this side. Oh, I've done it with my left hand again. Okay, I don't like it with my fingertips. It's okay on the skin, so I think if you don't have any blemishes, you'll be fine. But any sort of blemishes at all, this one is a bit raw because I just scratched it by accident. But like anything at all, it just kind of wipes it off the top. Try my forehead because it's not too bad. It's just, I don't know, it just sort of wipes away. I really want this to work. Okay, so this is one layer. I'm going to come in real close. This is the side where I started with my fingertips but inevitably ended up finishing with a brush. It's evened out my skin a little bit. I mean, it's given like an evened out appearance. It's not really offering much coverage apart from just like the kind of general disguising kind of like marks and stuff like that. It's not accentuating anything, but it's not really doing any favours. Like in here, I've got a really dry sort of old breakout there. It's kind of accentuating pores in here and in here. From a distance, it looks really nice. You know, like if I'm back here, it looks really skin-like. It just doesn't really do an awful lot. So I mean, this side isn't bad. So I think if you've really not got a lot of active or dry breakouts, you know, that way where they've got that kind of layer of dry skin over them, I think that you might really like it, because this side of my cheek I do really like. I think it looks really nice and smooth. I think it looks really even. It's taken the redness out of it, but then when I come over here, this bit just looks really dry. It hasn't really covered up that blemish there. My forehead looks fine. apart from like in between my eyebrows where I have a little patch of psoriasis, it looks okay. But yeah, I mean, as a kind of lightweight, you know, like if you were just going out and about for the day and you didn't really want to massively cover anything because you're not going to be really close to people, you're just going to be walking about shopping or whatever, or like if I ever get back to Florida and I get to walk around the theme parks, this is the kind of thing that I would shove on because it's not overly hard to put on. But I don't know, it might warm up to my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'm going to come back and we're going to see how it settles into my face. But first, I think I'll add a little bit of concealer just to see how well it plays with it, because I can't imagine, I don't really need it. I don't, touch wood, have dark circles. I don't sleep, so I don't know how I don't have dark circles, but I don't. So let's just hope that that stays that way. But basically, I don't think that it would cover dark circles. So I think if you were wanting to cover your dark circles, you would need to add a concealer. So this is the Revolution X or XX Revolution concealer. That blended in fine. Like there is no kind of weirdness where it's gone on top or blended into it. It's just sort of seamlessly disappeared away into it. And I am going to quickly throw on the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks. Okay, so everything went on top fine, I think. I'm trying to see like in the viewfinder if it looks nice and smooth. In real life, it looks really nice and seamless and smooth. Nothing is skipped. Nothing isn't blending or anything like that. Highlight went on fine. Bronzer went on fine. Blush went on fine, although it looks like it's disappeared a little bit, but it usually does that. You can see up here with the extra coverage of the bronzer and the blush and stuff like that, it's actually giving a really nice coverage. Down here you can still see some breakouts, down here, you know, kind of thing. In here you can still see that one little breakout, but I've warmed up to it a little bit. I think that now that everything is on and it's not just the main focus on your face, it looks a lot nicer. So, still areas of concern. It still feels a little bit dry up here, still has a little bit of dryness down here, and in here, I just think that it accentuates pores a little bit. I hope that you can see. It's nothing crazy. It's just like, my pores aren't normally accentuated, and if it's accentuating them, I'm worrying a little bit. So I'm going to continue to wear it, and I'll either come back or I will leave a note down below to see how it wore. But so far, I am liking it. It's not crazy, like it's not going to get the shock factor on TikTok or anything like that. It's a foundation for going to work or going out and about for the day, where you're not going to be close up to somebody, you're not going to be overly sweating, you're not going to be, you know, exerting yourself or anything like that. I don't think it would hold up to that, but it gives a really nice sort of very light coverage. So for the price of it, I don't know. I think it's a wee bit overpriced for what it is. I don't know that if I would, I don't think I would repurchase it. I would reach for this instead. And this, because I think it's around about, I think this is 25 and this was 29, I think. But this one is buildable enough that I can build it up and wear it on a night out, as well as through the day. This one is more lightweight and I could only really wear it through the day. I'm pretty sure I said this similar when I did the review for this. It's nice, but I don't know that it's £25 nice. Anyway, like I said, I'll either pop back and show you and put in a wee clip before I go of how it held up. I'm only going to be wearing it for a few hours because I've got a workout to do in a couple of hours, but we'll see how it lasts anyway. It's not really going to get oily because I don't get oily. I am dry as the Sahara. What it would do is possibly get drier, so really we'll see. Okay, so it is 7:15. It's been a couple of hours and I decided to postpone my workout till tomorrow, and I just wanted to show you how it was holding up. It's not really gotten any drier. It's gathered around my nose a little bit. I can imagine this foundation will gather. It actually looks better around here, I think, now that my skin's warmed it up. It's come off the top of that. Yeah, I haven't wearing my headphones, so I don't know if it's rubbed off a little bit around here and around here, but that always happens. everything still looks relatively smooth. I'm starting to get a line in here. I think if I wore it much longer I would probably get, or like I wore it for a full day, I would get a line there, but I mean, for like a day where you're not doing very much, where you're just nipping out to the shops or something like that, I think this might be a nice foundation. If you're wanting to wear this as like a full day foundation and you're oily, no, I don't think it'll work at all. If you are dry like me, I think it'll be okay as long as you make sure that you really moisturise underneath, because I like this cheek. I think this cheek looks really nice, apart from this tiny little bit here. Also, that is my little update. I think for now I like it. If you have the money and you like Fenty and you want to support Fenty, I think it is a nice product, but I'm not 100% convinced on it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!